The first level of untangling was to sort of separate out the strands. So first you separate out the feel-image talk. That already gets away from a lot of the sense that there is a limited thing called a self. So the focus on ordinary applied to the feel-image talk, that untangles. So you untangle, that gives you insight into no self. Sometimes noting ordinary can be sort of harsh and uncomfortable. You can always go to the restful states and note them, and you can have the same sequence of insights and purifications in a little more pleasant modality. But then there is a deeper level of untangling where you see that the strands themselves are all just made of vibrating energy. They're like vibrating superstrings. Feel-image talk is all made of vibrations, et cetera, et cetera. That's the focus on flow technique that I gave you. And that was called insight into impermanence. And then you look a little more deeply. They're vibrations that they sort of vibrate and then they disappear, vibrate and disappear. And then watching the vanishings, that sort of takes you back to where the waves come from, which is the nothing, the divine nothing that all the mystics of the world talk about, whether they're Buddhist or not. It's in Christianity, St. John of the Cross, Nada, Meister Eckhart, Nihil, and so forth. It's in Judaism, Ayin, the divine nothingness. What's distinctive about Buddhism is that it sort of gives this systematic procedure of how to develop the sensory clarity so that you can go in fairly manageable steps and actually get to this. There are two principles in the spiritual path. One is get over yourself in the world by having a complete sensory experience of yourself in the world. And the other is improve yourself in the world. And to see that these two endeavors each reinforces the other, I take as the gold standard for spiritual maturity.